Hello, it's Brianna Kerr on my Y anniversary. So here's my dog too. So I'm sitting outside. It's the quietest place there is on a beautiful morning, and I am so humbled and so grateful and just so reminiscent this morning. So 1 year ago, I made the decision to sign up for Younique, to join Younique. I've never done direct sales before. It was quite literally this gut feeling when I stumbled upon Younique. One of my really dear friends is a top earner in another company, and I saw her do that. Like she was used to show me how to clip coupons because we were both army wives with enlisted husbands and on a very tight budget, and we both had babies, and I saw her life change. You know, we went from going over to her house for play dates and talking about clipping coupons and what we were doing to be able to get by, to me going over to her brand new beautiful home and seeing what she at home was able to do. And seeing that, I knew that I could do it too, but I knew that it needed to be a company that I sincerely could stand behind. It needed to be a good time. It needed to be the right product. And so I was kind of on the lookout, you know? I mean, it was so inspiring. I've heard so many things about direct sales up to that point, and I always like supporting my friends, so I always tried to buy from direct sales ladies because it made me feel good. I like knowing who I'm buying things from, and the products are generally amazing. So that was my view of direct sales before. So I was on Facebook 1 year ago today, and one of my friends, she was very, very pregnant, a little grumpy maybe, was posting, complaining about all of the parties she was invited to. And she mentioned Younique. And I had never heard of Younique before. And I had even been Googling top direct sales companies weeks before, because it was something that I was thinking that I wanted to change my life the way that Jess did. And So I saw her mention Younique, and I had no idea. And so immediately I asked, and a presenter was just like, oh, here's a new website, check it out. And I went and checked it out, and the first thing that I noticed was how beautiful the ingredients in the makeup. And I started to get like fireworks in my brain. Makeup. Makeup doesn't go out of style. You know, the company's motto was to uplift, motivate, empower, uplift, and validate. And I am a birth doula. Like, my whole heart is about empowerment. And so when I saw that word, I'm like, and I just did it. And I told my husband, and he was just like, oh, okay. Like, he knows better than to question me, I think. We had $200 in our checking account. $200 in our checking account. I spent $99 on the kit 1 year ago today. And I asked my friend Jess, actually, I'm like, do you know of a sponsor that I could sign under? And she pointed me in the direction of Amber Voigt. And the lesson in that story is to always network with other networkers, because you never know who they could send you. I found Amber. I was not recruited. I recruited myself for Younique. And from that point on, I just did it. I didn't know what I was doing at first. I watched all the videos. I did all the things. Of course, in the back of my mind was like worried about the judgment and what are people going to think that I'm doing this. But at the same time, I didn't. You know, I mean, I had this gut feeling the night that I signed up. I'll never forget signing up and getting this feeling in my gut. This is it for us. I'm going to do this. If my friend can do this, I can do this too. And from then on, that ball of enthusiasm, and I shared it, and I shared it, and I shared it, and I shared it. And enthusiasm is toxic, you guys. So when I joined, I didn't know about direct sales. I had no idea what I was doing. Heck, I hadn't even worn makeup in months. I'm a mom of 3. Are you kidding me right now? I was using makeup like 4 years old. I'm not even joking. But that enthusiasm, that was what I had, and that's what I had to share. I knew I needed to grow. I knew that I needed to grow. And that's exactly what happened. What I didn't know was that empowerment and that love of women and empowering women, that this is what is going to be my new medium for that. You know, there's a big problem in this country where women cannot, we are not making money, and have kids at home. We can't even afford to go out and get jobs because of how expensive it is for daycare. And you know, even then, to be able to have to leave our babies. The idea that you can create your own company, you sign on and you have your own boutique, that you can do that at home, is just one of the most empowering gifts that I'm able to give women today. Many of you know that a month and a half or so after I joined Younique, I started to get really, really sick. So sick that I could not sit up during the day, and I was in so much pain. My passion and my love for what Younique, it kept me busy. It kept me not thinking about how sick that I was and how horrible I felt. I really feel like if I didn't have that, I would have been so much more miserable. And so it was a distraction for me. It was something else that I could do. I could do it while I was lying in bed. I could do it while I was at home with my kids. I could do it when I broke my foot 3 days before they removed part of my brain. I could promote in the hospital via my phone. I could work my business. I could promote to purple status at night. I had black status in 8 months, you guys. 8 months. So I don't care what you think that you know or you don't know about direct sales. The heartbeat of our company is empowerment. It's sharing that with others. It's letting women know that they are leaders, that they can do this, that they can change their life. We figure things out together. You know, I never pretended that I knew all the answers about this business, because I didn't. Some of my top leaders joined just 4 weeks after I did. We figured it out together. It's that love and it's that passion. You know, as of last night, I started with 1 year ago. We have 850 women in my company. Financially, we don't have to worry about money anymore. I'm not clipping coupons. I'm not deciding what bills to pay. My husband is retired. He's not going back to work. He's home. We do Younique full time because it's way more than a full-time job. You know, I will forever, forever, forever be grateful that I followed my gut. Be grateful that that enthusiasm and that empowerment was so overwhelming that I had to share it. Grateful that I didn't care what people were going to think, because you know what? I have friends that haven't been supportive. I have friends that have made fun of me. You know, and here I am 1 year later making more money than we've ever seen. You know, with a family. 850 women in my family, and we love each other and we empower each other and we're there for each other. It's so much more than I ever imagined. And I'm so grateful. You know, makeup, this company, the founders, the Younique Foundation, we are founded on amazing, good, amazing things. We have a product that's never going to go out of style. Makeup will always be here. The stability in that and the opportunity in that, it is once in a lifetime. I love my team. I cannot wait. What is going to be more sweet for me than anything else is watching you make a video like this. So I love you guys. When we say we work our business every single day, we do, because you know what? This is worth that. Happy 1 year anniversary, Team Awesome.